Welcome to Sunny's Mindset Lab. Today, we have a very special guest, Francesc Miralles, the co-author of Ikigai. We're diving deep into the Japanese secrets of longevity, purpose, happiness, and the art of living well.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to walk your listeners through the lessons of Ikigai, the wisdom from Okinawa, and how anyone can discover their own reason for being.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're looking at a stack of incredibly insightful sources on Japanese secrets to long life. So the first question I think has to be, what exactly is Ikigai? It's often translated as a reason for being, but that Venn diagram you use suggests, well, a much deeper blueprint. It's not just about a career, is it?
That's absolutely right. When we talk about Ikigai, we are really talking about an intersection. It's where four fundamental areas of your life meet.
Okay.
So you have what you love, your passion, then what you're good at, what the world needs, your mission, and finally, what you can be paid for. Ikigai is that sweet spot right in the middle. And the Okinawan philosophy is that every single person has an Ikigai. It's just, hidden inside, waiting to be discovered.
So it's finding that sustainable meaning in the overlap.
Yeah.
When you actually spoke to the centenarians in Okinawa, this famous blue zone, how do they describe their purpose? What did it look like for them?
For them, it's profoundly practical. It's very active. Their purpose is usually tied to something they do every day, something connected to their community. They never really retire.
So it's not some grand abstract concept.
Not at all. For them, Ikigai is simply having a reason to get out of bed in the morning. We had one man tell us, if you keep your mind and body busy, you'll be around a long time. It could be tending a garden or teaching local kids. It's the daily engagement that matters.
That daily engagement that leads right into their secrets for physical longevity. It seems their anti-aging secret isn't one thing, but this whole low-stress lifestyle built on community. Can you walk us through the Ogimi Lifestyle Declaration?
Yes, the declaration is. It's a beautiful guide to low-stress living. It has 5 key rules they live by.
Okay.
First, don't worry. Second, cultivate good habits. Third, and this is crucial, nurture your friendships every day.
Every day.
Every single day. Fourth is to live an unhurried life. And fifth, just be optimistic. You notice most of those are about your internal state and your social life.
Living an unhurried life. I have to push back on that a bit for our listeners. I mean, when you're running a business or a family, how is that genuinely achievable?
That's a crucial question. It's not about doing things slowly necessarily. It's about managing your internal state.
So perception.
Exactly. It means recognizing that rushing doesn't equal efficiency. It's about focusing completely on the task at hand instead of feeling anxious about the next one. It's about building in these tiny moments of peace. A cup of tea, a short walk.
And I imagine those moments are easier to find when you have a strong community. This idea of moai, what role does that play?
The moai is absolutely essential. It's an informal group, maybe 5 people, who support each other for life, socially, emotionally, even financially.
So it's a built-in support system.
It's a social safety net. It means stress isn't something you carry alone. It gets distributed. And that radically reduces the physical toll of chronic stress over a lifetime. It's one of the most powerful anti-aging secrets there is.
That communal support must free up so much mental energy. Which brings me to the idea of flow, that state of complete absorption. How does finding flow actually contribute to anti-aging?
Flow is when you're so immersed in something that you lose track of time, you lose self-consciousness. It's a state where you're fully present. Neurologically, it keeps your cognitive functions vibrant. When you're constantly challenging your mind just enough, that perfect spot between boredom and anxiety, you're actively fighting off mental stagnation.
It's like exercise for the brain.
Exactly, the ultimate mental anti-aging practice.
You mentioned the 7 conditions for flow. For people listening who think, flow is only for master artisans in Japan, the takumis, how can a regular person find that in their daily life?
The key is just balancing your skill with the challenge. You can find it anywhere. Gardening, writing an email, cooking, as long as the goal is clear and you can get immediate feedback. The real trick is to minimize distractions. Turn off the phone.
The archer's secret.
Precisely. Eliminating everything that is unnecessary to just focus on the target. That's how you find deep concentration.
That deep focus on action. It seems connected to psychological resilience.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Morita therapy. It sounds like it prioritizes doing overthinking.
It does. Morita therapy has a really powerful core principle. Accept your feelings. Sadness, anxiety, whatever they are, let them be. but do what needs to be done anyway.
Wow.
It encourages you to focus on productive actions in the external world rather than getting stuck in an internal battle with your emotions.
Mhm.
Emotions are like the weather. They pass. Your actions are what you control.
That's so different from the Western idea of needing to fix your feelings first. And this seems to connect to the idea of anti-fragility, not just bouncing back, but getting stronger from shocks.
Exactly. Anti-fragility is about designing your life so that small stressors actually improve your strength. It's about building emotional muscle by exposing yourself to manageable challenges, not trying to live in a bubble.
So embracing imperfection is part of that, like the concept of wabi-sabi.
Yes, wabi-sabi is the acceptance of transience and imperfection. When you see beauty in flaws and decay, you're less likely to be shattered when things go wrong. It prevents that rigid perfectionism, which is incredibly fragile.
So what are the practical steps? How does someone become more anti-fragile?
We outline 3 steps. First, create redundancies in your life. Don't rely on just one system. Second, bet conservatively on the big things, but take lots of small risks elsewhere. You learn from small failures. And third, actively get rid of things that make you fragile, toxic habits, rigid structures.
Okay, moving from the mind to the body, the Ikigai diet. We all know caloric moderation is key, but can you explain Hara Hachibu?
Of course, Hara Hachibu is the Okinawan mantra to eat until you are only 80% full.
80%.
The science is very straightforward. Overeating forces your body to work harder, which increases the oxidation of your cells. It's cellular aging. So by eating lightly, you reduce that oxidative stress. It has profound effects over decades.
And beyond that 80% rule, what does their diet actually look like?
It's not extreme, but it's very strategic. It's mostly plant-based, very low in sugar, and incredibly rich in antioxidants. Things like tofu, sweet potatoes, lots of green tea. We met a centenarian who told us, "I've never eaten meat in my life." The key is that consistency.
And the same principle of moderation applies to movement, right?
Yeah.
Gentle daily movement over intense sporadic exercise. Why is that better for longevity?
The philosophy is that the body needs to be kept busy, but not stressed. Intense workouts can lead to injury, and they're hard to sustain for 80 or 90 years.
Right.
But gentle, daily movement, walking, stretching, keeps the body limber and maintains muscle tone without all that stress. A perfect example is Radio Taiso.
The broadcast exercises.
Yes, they're broadcast every day. The exercises are so simple, they're described as easy as getting out of your chair. That accessibility is why people stick with it.
What about other practices, like Tai Chi?
Tai Chi is also very common. It uses slow, continuous movements to harmonize energy and increase flexibility. And Qigong, which integrates breathing and movement, it's all about making gentle movement a natural part of every single day.
This whole deep dive, it all seems to circle back to small, consistent actions.
Yeah.
Can you kind of synthesize this all for us? What are the 10 rules of Ikigai?
Of course. We can distill all this wisdom into 10 core principles.
Let's hear them.
First, stay active, never really retire. Second, take it slow, live that unhurried life. Third, don't fill your stomach. That's Hara Hachibu. Fourth, surround yourself with good friends, your moai. Fifth, get in shape for your next birthday with gentle, daily movement. Sixth, smile. Simple, but powerful.
It is.
Seventh, reconnect with nature. Eighth, give thanks. Ninth, live in the moment. And finally, the 10th rule is to follow your Ikigai.
The power isn't in any single rule, but in all of them together. The power of small joys. It seems longevity doesn't require these huge, radical changes, just consistency.
That's the heart of it. The Japanese philosophy understands that your life isn't defined by sudden, huge achievements. It's defined by the cumulative power of small, consistent habits. And, crucially, maintaining a perspective that stops life stressors from overwhelming you.
That perspective.
It's captured perfectly in a simple Okinawan phrase we heard. Everything's fine. When you have your purpose, your community, and your health, you realize that most challenges can be managed.
Francesc, thank you for sharing these beautiful insights from Ikigai. This conversation will help our listeners slow down, find purpose, and live with more joy and meaning.
It was my pleasure. I hope these ideas guide your listeners toward a life filled with purpose, health, and inner peace.
This has been Sunny's Mindset Lab. Thank you for joining us. See you in the next episode.